Good morning, challengers. Today is day number 9. And a couple of days ago, I talked about the importance of protein and how we don't store protein. And you need to have protein every 2.5, 3 hours for your body to be able to pull amino acids to be able to repair and rebuild the muscles that you just broke down during your hard, intense exercise at the camp. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of carbohydrates. Now, for the past decade or so, the carbs got a bad rep. Don't eat carbs, don't eat carbs, don't eat carbs. Carbs make you fat. And nothing is further from the truth. If you remember, back in the 90s, fat had a bad rep, right? Don't eat fat, fat makes you fat. Well, we found out that that's not the truth. Now we have all these low carb stuff, and as Americans, we're still gaining weight. So it's not the fats, it's not the carbs, is what type of fats, what type of carbs, and when you eat those carbs, and in what quantity that really matters. At the end of the day, that's all really matters. There's many different types of carbs. I'm going to explain to you why carbs are important. First of all, your brain needs carbs to function. The preferred source of fuel for your brain is glucose. So if you cut carbs out, your brain doesn't function correctly. And for those of you who've done it before, you know that you're kind of out of it. Secondly, you need carbohydrates to be able to push through your workout, push through your weights, to be able to get a great workout. Without carbohydrates, it's hard to get through the workout or be able to at least be able to go as hard as you would want to. Okay? Thirdly, is that, believe it or not, carbohydrates heat up your body. And when they heat up your body, remember, when we want to try to burn fat, we need heat. And without carbohydrates, your body actually cools down, which means that your metabolism slows down. And that's something that you definitely do not want to do. Now, there are good carbohydrates and there are bad carbohydrates. And let me tell you how, for fat loss, how we gauge them. And for those of you who are diabetic, whether it's type 1 diabetic or type 2 diabetic, you should know that there's something called glycemic index. Glycemic index basically is how fast a carbohydrate breaks down to sugar in your body, because the faster a carbohydrate breaks down into sugar in your body, the faster the insulin response, and the faster the insulin response, the more body fat gets stored, because we know insulin is a lipogenic hormone, which means that it encourages body fat storage. So we want to stay with what we call low glycemic index carbs that enter the bloodstream very slowly and burn very slowly but give you steady energy, right? This way there's very little insulin released, very less likelihood of body fat storage, and we have energy throughout the day, okay? And those are the ones that are stated in the Bible, such as oatmeal, brown rice, yams, quinoa, and those sort of things that are stated in the Bible. Okay, so not all carbs are created equal, and for fat loss, we have to stay with low glycemic index carbs. Now, here's something that we've designed for this program to even lower the glycemic index of the already good carbs that you're eating. When you combine your already low glycemic index carbs, as a matter of fact, any kind of carbs, with a protein source and a vegetable source, what it does is delays the gastric digestion, right? And that means it slows it down when you eat a carbohydrates with a protein and with a vegetable, which means that it even gets the carb to enter the bloodstream even slower, lowering the glycemic index. That's why when you eat just a bowl of rice, let's just say, for those of you who had just a bowl of rice, you know that you are hungry about an hour later because it's such a high glycemic index, and then the insulin shoots it down, you're hungry. But if you eat with a protein and a vegetable, your carbohydrates, then the glycemic index is lower, and you have a lot better steady energy throughout the day. I hope that helps. God bless you. I can't wait to see your transformation in the next few weeks, and see you at the top. Bye-bye.